When we hear about each murder episodically, we're shocked and we're saddened by it. But when you realize and you put it all together, the gravity of 100 kids having been killed, the fact that it's a 33% increase of children who've been murdered from the previous 5-year period, it takes your breath away. I think when I see a desk that's not in a classroom, it really represents that life has been taken from that classroom there. This is where kids should be. They're safe at school. They learn at school. That's where they become really, in a lot of ways, who they are. When you see a red desk, I think what goes through your head is what that desk could have been. And I think by pulling these 100 desks out of circulation and painting them red and leaving them as that permanent monument to that life lost, it really, memorializes that kid and makes sure that we're not going to forget that life that has been lost, and we're going to be doing something about it. That's what's represented here, is that you put 100 empty school desks, which represents where these kids should have been sitting learning, making a future life together, and instead they're empty. And by painting them red and collecting them in one place, we begin to make a statement that we're not going to stand for this anymore. Today, we unveiled the Red Desk Project. Here sit 111 empty school desks, one for each child killed by child abuse or by gun violence in Baltimore City since 2015. This is a grim number, but we can do something about this tragedy and this trajectory that community violence has taken in our city. For every child homicide, there is a blast radius that impacts a dozen or more children. We can work to help the 1,000 or so more siblings, witnesses, and friends of these murders who are irrevocably impacted by each trauma. Those survivors and those survivors who sadly will follow need our community's attention. When we hear about these losses one by one, it's shocking and sad. But when you look at a sea of empty red desks, I think it takes your breath away.
Maybe you don't have a child, but you have a niece, you have a nephew, you have a next door neighbor. We have to protect each one. We have to give love. Yes, it's the pandemic. No, we can't physically hug someone, but we can help someone.